just on our first journey on a leg to Jeddah. We're not staying in Jeddah, we're connecting through to somewhere else. I'll show you more of that later. We're flying with an airline called Saudia. It's the first time we've ever flown with them before. I'll show you a little bit about what it looks like on there. So the reason I booked this airline was because it's one of the more cheaper ones to get to our final destination where we're going. So you can actually get flights with Qatar or Emirates, which goes through Dubai or Qatar onward to our final destination, but Saudi was the cheapest one, so we decided to go with that. It was about £900 for 2 people, so let's see how this goes. Right, we're in now, so we're just going to get onto the flight. Let's see what Air Saudia is like. Look at that weather out there.
Same? Okay, to the this side.
It's quite a busy flight actually. Right, we finally sat down now, so little tour of the seat. Friendly movies. Look, we've got Golden Era, Beast, and then we've got some movies. Hollywood movies, Hollywood classics, Arabic movies, Bollywood movies, and get some Turkish movies as well. Down here we've got what looks like a stereo from a car in the 1990s that you get fitted in the bottom. All we need now is a little ashtray down here maybe, and then they've given us what looks like a blanket and given us a pillow. But apart from that, that's Air Saudia so far. What do you think? She's happy. And then we've got some more. We've got Far East, Near East movies. I don't know where the Near East is. European movies and African movies. Action, thriller, Hollywood. You've got all the movies here. That's all you need. What more do you need? That's it. A live show. Don't know what the live show is. Oh, it's a live show of where the aircraft is. I'm guessing in about an hour, a couple of hours time, there's going to be some service, some food being delivered. So I'll show you a bit more of that in a bit later. So they give you a wet wipe when you get on Air Saudia, right at the very beginning. Little lady comes round, gives you a little wet wipe, and then you can clean yourself with it when you sit down in your seat. Wipe the face, or maybe wipe the dirty bum with it or something. I don't know. Not only do they give you free wet wipes, they also then collect them off you about 10 seconds later.
Exercise extreme caution when you... For safety reasons, please read the instructions illustrated by our flight attendants.
So she's getting pissed off because the people behind there's a little child that keeps kicking her in the back. It's going to be a long 6 hours.
Disabling actors located in laboratories. Smoking in laboratories or passenger compartment is the use of electronic cigarette. A pleasant flight.
So about 2 hours into the flight now, I've just been given some Saudi coffee. It's got a very different smell to it, very different kind of pungent aroma. It doesn't taste like the coffee that you used to drinking at home, put it that way. It's quite watery, to be honest. Try that. And also they give you things like a piece of fruit, like a date or something, and a piece of chocolate called Pachi. Thinking about another hour, we're going to be getting some food, so I'll show you more a bit later. It's dinner time. Beef with tomatoes. We've got like a little cake thing here. It looks like some salad, coleslaw or something. Let's see what we think of this. So it looks like mashed potato. Yeah, it's mashed potato. Some vegetables, beef. So we arrived at Jeddah Airport and the current time is 1:24. Got our flight in about 1.5 hours, and I've just had a tea, and it actually works really well. The Saudis know how to make a good English tea with milk and sugar. So I've just been in the smoking room now. I've got a proposal here. We need to have vaping rooms in airports these days where it's not just full of smoke, and actually you can go in there, not come out stinking of smoke, but still enjoy your vape. Only a few more hours to go and get on that flight. So my review on Jeddah Airport so far is that the terminal that I'm in, there isn't really much here, to be honest. They've got restaurants, they've got a couple of places to get food and shops. Nothing out of the ordinary really, so not what I expected. I expected there to be something a little bit more grandiose around here, but there isn't, so I've not really done too many videos inside because there isn't really much to show you. It's very new, it's very modern, it's very clean. The little people in the toilet that clean up after you is quite interesting because they don't have any actual seats when you go into the toilet, so as soon as you leave someone goes in and scrubs it straight away and starts handing you tissues and stuff. So that was a bit strange, but overall it's a nice enough airport. Good morning, good afternoon or good evening. I finally made it to Bangkok. It's actually my first time in Asia, and I'd love to say it was a really pleasant experience getting here, but it was not. About 2 days before we was due to come here, I was flicking through social media and I discovered that actually the Thai authorities had implemented COVID restrictions. I'm completely unvaccinated. Now, say what you will about that, but when I discovered that I would need to have 2 jabs and 2 vaccines before I came to Bangkok, it was absolute mayhem. I had to try and find ways to get a COVID proof of recovery certificate. I actually bought one online, sent a positive test, genuine positive test that I had. And I got one. And then the following day, the restrictions were miraculously lifted. They decided it wasn't the right thing to do. It was just complete chaos. So the journey itself, we flew all the way from Manchester to Jeddah. We changed in Jeddah, we did a transfer, then we took a flight from Jeddah all the way to Bangkok. Now Saudia is the Saudi Arabian flagship airline company, and to be honest, I was very, very worried. After checking the reviews online, it was terrible. Your luggage will get lost, the flight will be delayed, the staff are rude, the food's terrible. All those things were not true. I did not experience any of that with Air Saudia. It was actually all right. The food was pretty good, the staff were pretty friendly, flight was pretty much bang on, and my luggage got here safely. So overall, I would say Air Saudia is pretty decent for the price we paid. If you compare it to some of the other kind of popular airlines such as Qatar Airways or Emirates, I'd say Saudia is really good value for money. The staff take care of you. They bring you breakfast, they bring you lunch, you know, depending on which time you're traveling. Always coming around with drinks. Obviously, no alcohol drinks though. So if you can't handle a long journey without a couple of drinks of alcohol, I think there might be a few other issues there that you need to contend with, but me more than anybody likes to have a drink on a flight. But it was actually nice, to be honest, because usually when you have a drink on a flight or you have too many, you wake up feeling a little bit rough the next day. As it happened, it turned out pretty all right. I arrived here feeling relatively, in quote, fresh. The condo apartment that we're staying in, it's got its own swimming pool. And what's really nice about it is that it's a little bit like an infinity pool. It's not massively high up, but there's lots of empty space all around it. So if you look just all around up here, all this space. This is lovely.